Well, hello everybody, my name is Roger and welcome to my channel, Rogers Reads. So each quarter I upload a video enumerating my top 5 books for that quarter, and often with a runner-up as well. So this video is my top 5 books for the 4th quarter of 2018. Yes, I know, it's a bit late, but I ended up getting it all wrapped up in the end of the year stuff. So on to my list of favorite books in descending order. So book number 5 was The President is Missing, which is a collaboration by James Patterson and President Bill Clinton. So the story revolves around the fictional President of the United States, James Duncan, who is under attack by the House Committee because it has come to the country's attention that President Duncan had contact with a terrorist organization called the Sons of Jihad, and he refuses to divulge the contents of that communication. So as the story unfolds, we learn that it's come to the president's attention that the Sons of Jihad is planning on releasing a devastating computer virus that will infect every computer, server, network, and electronic device in America, and in so doing will ultimately destroy the infrastructure of the United States, most likely resulting in the deaths of a lot of people, probably in the millions. So in order to thwart the organization's efforts, the president has to go underground for a brief time during which nobody is aware of his whereabouts, hence the title, The President is Missing. Now, I'm typically a fan of neither James Patterson nor political thrillers, but this one ticked all the right boxes for me, and I really ended up loving it. So, book number 4 is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing, written by Hank Green. So this follows a 23-year-old bisexual gal named April May, who is on her way home from work at 3 o'clock in the morning when she notices a giant 10-foot-tall, transformer-like looking sculpture that seemed to have appeared out of nowhere. So April and her friend Andy create a video of the sculpture, name the sculpture Carl, and then upload it to YouTube. Well, much to April May's surprise, she learned that overnight her and Andy's video had gone viral. And not only that, the Carls have appeared in cities all over the world, all identical to her New York Carl. So being the first to document the existence of Carl, April May is thrust into the spotlight and pretty soon becomes a social media sensation, appearing on numerous television and news shows and becoming quite wealthy in the process. But the book really picks up steam when the world gets closer to solving the mystery of the Carls. Who are they? Where did they come from? That is the question that you're going to have to read the book to find out. So the third book in my top 5 list was entitled A Heart-Shaped Box, written by Joe Hill. So this story follows an aging rock star, 54-year-old Judas Coyne, who purchases a ghost from an online auction site for $1,000. But Judas and his girlfriend Georgia end up with more than they bargained for, because this ghost isn't only impossible to get rid of, he is vengeful and extremely dangerous and scary as hell. Oh, he also wants Jude dead. So, every chapter is pretty much a battle for survival, and this fast-paced story grows more and more intense and more frightening and vivid. All in all, this is an excellent thriller about a haunting that goes to extremes. So the next book on my list is The Song of Achilles, written by Madeline Miller. So The Song of Achilles is a retelling of Homer's Iliad, focusing specifically on the relationship between Achilles and Patroclus. But this book is told from the point of view of Patroclus, Achilles' best friend, who in the story is cast as the lover of Achilles. So Patroclus, a young prince who accidentally kills the son of a nobleman, is exiled to the court of King Peleus and his perfect golden-haired son Achilles, whom we learn is a demigod, with his mother being a fierce sea goddess. Thetis, I think her first name was. So Achilles develops a friendship with Patroclus, which deepens and becomes something more. But their ideal world comes crashing down when Helen of Sparta is kidnapped by the king of Troy, and Achilles is strongly encouraged to fight for Sparta. So, he and Patroclus journey to Troy to fight with the Spartan army, in spite of the prophecy that threatens to destroy everything that they hold dear. So, all in all, Son of Achilles is a beautiful novel that fascinates from its opening words to its tender final scenes. And this was definitely one of my favorite books for 2018 for the entire year. And my number one book for the fourth quarter is, no surprise, given that I've talked about this book a lot on this channel, and that is The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. So this is a final book in the Mistborn trilogy, and the book was phenomenal, though the bittersweet ending completely destroyed me. I've mentioned this before, but the ending of this book was one of those situations where you're really happy and pleased, yet at the same time just utterly wrecked. So the conclusion wasn't entirely sweet and happy. The ending did feel right to me, which is quite a feat for an author to pull off. So many times I've read series and the last book ends up being a disappointment. Well, that was not the case with this series. And just to be clear, there were no unanswered or unexplained questions at the end of this trilogy. So in this way, the conclusion was entirely satisfying. So the series had amazing characters with a super kick-ass heroine who I absolutely adored. And I'd say that this is probably my top book of 2018. And not probably, it is my top book of 2018. So yeah, so that's it for my quarter four 2018 favorites. I'll be posting the first quarter favorites of 2019 probably around the beginning of April or so, fingers crossed. So that is it. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you click the like button below, as it helps my channel out. And that about does it. I will talk to you in the next video. Roger and out.